Coach Ebenezer Sefah, Coach. They share a Santa Kotoko game no against Hilal. Now, when you're going to better share, team and Casa this season. What is the missing link? What is the problem? Coach, Yanko game.
I will share with you for that. We should be a happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And no, I'm not net to now. Team send different super. It was when you had that and so they be our share boy and no because they do baby now. Some for grace in the trash. I born now to me. Jodabra on the campon. Do baby now. So I will eat you. They didn't need you. To be honest with you, no, and Kotoko. Emma Metia said, now I mean, who you say the team Kotoko no, only Al Hilal team. No, you don't know them, they didn't watch them. Peggy, I'm sure and Rano. Oh, my Metia see who say Kotoko doesn't know Al Hilal, the team Al Hilal. Only Omo share Omo Sana Kotoko for me, one, Kotoko played with no telepathy. Boy without coordination.
I said it's been the problem throughout the season.
They play without fluid. They play without flair. No sense of agency. The spirit of Kotoko in when they are playing football, it wasn't there.
In fact, last year, 2019, I had a Kuyabo, but I was supposed to give me the 1-1. I have counted not less than 6 shots on target from Kotoko. And I mean, Kaiser should be on target.
And every day,
I don't even remember if there was a shot on target.
Look, Hilal for no. You see, I'm coach no, you know, I'm bench no. We need to Kotoko for no quite steady coach, and that's only in history. Compared to all the technical men, I know take Kotoko bench no. Come be abo, they don't go close to that man. You have a team or 8 players in the
national team, the Sudanese national team. They went
to buy. They went to get a player. Boma El Marik. He was the top scorer for El Marik. Walid Bakat, the captain who got injured on the share blaster against blaster of Sudan. That header, and it's only in Sudan for Nia. They are very tactical, very disciplined, and they played. For you to understand, say they know what they are about.
Organize.
So shall we ye pa boso brinya game no 2 center backs no where the man winner with the man winner back center then the target Christopher Neti make I me say Kotoko be consider goal the 2 laterals of Kumasi and Samte Kotoko even in our league their recovery is so bad that they can give you excellent game in terms of attacking. But recovery and defending, it is 0. Christopher Nete Eboma Black Star or Cape Coast. Or J-Ball, he wants to go. Sudan for the J-Ball, he has to take either John Boy
to cover for him. Yeah.
And Adebia, Sudan for them were very smart. Player just said number 8, I found Mugadama. They don't say 28. The kind of pace or the far more who call and look at the chance within the first 5 minutes, they should have gone ahead in that. That should tell you, say, they were playing the wide game and then close.
But look at more last 4 games.
When they lose,
that's how they have played through wide.
And just imagine, see the 2 center backs, where the man way, they get to the central midfielder and then he opens up pine. So they know, sir, Christopher Nete was the player who was playing for the Blaster, and this is how he was playing. This is how he plays. But I don't say Kotoko no money be about we team na. A team almost possession. All the 10 players on the field no are behind the center line.
Behind the center line, yeah.
And then Kotoko's central midfielder, Kwame Adon Frimpong, Latif and Nabila, 2 of them will drop and go to Gani who say Yakoji ball. Oh, Ishmael Gani ho. And Kotoko will be touching the ball in their own half for 10 touches, 10 to 15 touches. They don't care. Or by away, you can stay in your half and play.
Sir, honestly, bonus and officer, or one Sudanese player committing on be a channel. But so that's why you expect innovation from the players.
From the blast of the whistle. And I was shocked the Kotoko coach was standing on the bench.
Touchline.
What folding the arms. And Adom Frimpong kept, they don't know, say number 14.
Adom Frimpong.
Kept on doing this. Ganu Nyabona, and I have Nyabona. Instead of him to just go push for them to say, wait for us, so that he gets the ball and try to open. Because William Opoku, Kwame Poku, there wasn't any movement in between these two strikers. They made Sudanese two center backs. No, we're just freestanding.
Oh, to see, mobile enough.
They weren't mobile. Mosho, Brenya, sorry, you create space for your colleague, and any player moving to space without the ball is the most dangerous player on the field of play. So, what was the movement of the Kotoko players' attack, Brenya? What was the movement of the Kotoko players in attack? And say, Kwame Adom Frimpong, drop back, so Bejibo no Gani ho, and Abila Ba. That huge space in the middle, no, who is supposed to go there? And we were able to hear away. Your friend is saying, Imano Jeffy. It's at the point that me Busami who say, Jeffy, no, I don't know about Kotoko Meford and also boy ever. And the player, they physically, they are stronger than the Kotoko players. Their energy level was strong. And look at the way they build their attack. Brilliant. Very worried. Very sad. Very sad. And for me, and then I make no. Yes, in as much as say Ibrahim Moro, yes, at the point, no, I'm taking his side. But he was the brightest spot in the Kotoko setup yesterday. He was the only player.
Been defended. Yesterday I was surprised.
And I'm saying he was the only player. Me say, Godfrey Siama, Brinya, on your Kotoko material.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But no, the level of Champions League, Hilal down in the boy you, and yes, Zamalek down in the boy you, and yes, Sundowns down in the boy you. A Sudanese club. Assume you say, oh, but an ally of Egypt.
And I
look, Siamajibola, as if say, what trials been like, I was shocked. How can you play ball, possess the ball? Because you see, if you want to play football, you want to be constructive. You want to see, say, yes, you want to play attacking player. Sorry. But you see, try and possess in your opponent's half, Brinya. Possess in your opponent's half. It is in case say infringement be a bar, to you advantage and to the opponent's disadvantage. But when I say, oh, ball, no touch ball, no wow half. The moment they press and they get the ball, or they get free kick against you, no. So 45 minutes, and the Kotoko kept doing the same thing. But the Baganiho, about Wahab, and then the number 14, Kwame Adom Frimpong come and get the ball. He give it to Latif and Abila, and also Mamintunafo. I believe they are Kumiti and Akola.
Anabila.
Yes. The kind of stylish play opposite of the back of the corner. Ever say in football? No, I'm saying it in terms of the simple technique in football.
Inside foot, top of your foot, outside of your foot,
passing of the ball. As an offensive midder in a game, and this is how you're going to play. Look, in Ashanti Gold, he had a certain James Akamenko, he had a certain Apia Makati around him. And these players were great. In the local blasters, in the Wafu tournament in Senegal, he had a certain Justice Blay, James Akamenko around him. You don't have the same players around you in Kotoko. I was sad. But say, for close 45 minutes, you were sitting by myself. Sabeko for you so comment or pass here. It was say, just say, oh, quality, oh, Bibia or Park and so. And I don't know. Look, oh, Bobo. It's an away team, no. I feel comfortable, stay behind them.
Oh, there's no pressure.
Only pressure, Brinya. Pressure be anyhow. Now, who said of say was two center backs, then your ball on bet me pushy. Now, more creative space, more pushy, so that your strikers also have a lot. There wasn't any mobility in the Kotoko play. Absolutely
started Hilal from the freedom to stand by you.
If see in midfield, Anabila and Adom Frimpong, well, just the gap between defense, midfield, and attack should be equal. If you want to play a compact game, with that, no, every second ball.
Taught me far.
And when you pick every second ball in a game, you're on top of it. So if you have the two center backs, the midfielders, and the center backs gap, you know, you have to say about 5%. And between them and the strikers, 15%. That big net that on them no. They are free to play. And that is why when they get the ball, Christopher Nete, and they were smart enough to detect, say, or notice, say, Kotoko has a problem in Wahab in the second half because the guy was tired.
So why you must have
because you they were very good in the air. Anyway, Ganu in the first half.
On fire boss,
but they cannot do it for 10 minutes. So they switch from Christopher Nete, and now the ball goes to where? Wahab. On 3 occasions, he mixed it. And Muniru.
No bones him.
Coming into a game like 20 minutes and you are tired. There wasn't any agency in his play.
Too slow.
There wasn't any creativity in his play. He wasn't decisive in his play. He didn't have vision on the day. And when he gives a pass, he stands where Omar pass now. Look at the kind of mistake Kotoko consider goal. From Christopher Nete, but who caused up?
Because as a midfielder, you have to know what's around you.
Look at Abraham Oshano Matension, Muhammad Edda. Ball kick akra. I obey captain and not
first of all, Onimbo control.
You see how our body jana
Onimbo control. Oh, dropping the shoulder akra no. Onimbo control brutal.
And I was shocked. Say Kotoko players couldn't take these people on one-on-one. You didn't commit them. So you ask yourself, say, were they ready for this game? Were they prepared for this game? Because that me feel say. With the Dreams FC game, the energy on the ball
game
was in as much as I say no, second Dreams in the first 15 minutes, no, at least 3 go. But in the game, no, will be any chances now and now come back. What I say with your play, Bibiako you win, and Kotoko were able to push. They had the second goal, although number team is not offside there, but they were able to create some decent chances. They pinned the Dreams FC team in as much as I say. Dreams had the early chances on the energy of the Kotoko players. I don't think do be a ball no sorry. No was anything. Make matches on the ball now. Ball no matter. In the first game against 11 the Kotoko player got injured. Breakup Chelsea Kotoko player got injured. They went to Mauritania, Kotoko player got injured. I can't get to Olympics, Kotoko player got injured. Against Lagos City, Kotoko player. It's not me question me Busa say who was the physical trainer for Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Or probably medicals no way no money. But the game against Dreams, the players proved that mentally they were okay. Wahab Adams only match fitness because sometimes I can't play in front. I'm called Dreams or start. I think that he gave a good account of himself. Well, he gave an account of himself.
Coach, so Thomas Tuchel, PSG, and you are born as to po. Breaking news coming in from Sky. Thomas Tuchel, PSG second to see PSG. D. But you might
to be honest with you, no.
Okay, okay. Facebook page, game no between Kotoko and Hilal and Ho. But you can see live on our Facebook page. Coach,
maybe you'll be a share match or stadium. We are. Me say to me share matches. I share to us. I mean, me do the medical. But to be honest with you, Kotoko game no we win and
what can solve their problem? Me feel say they need a ball carrier.
Wow.
A midfielder or a maestro to take a ball check.
The ball leg before the covered never ban.
Yeah.
You say well, Kotoko doing well or they were not very well. That they have a game in hand against Interlights.
Yeah, sure.
And I have to focus on key face out. And so that not game not about
number 40 matches.
But what was the performance of Kotoko? And what was their position?
It was a bit hot and cold.
No, but
they were picking up very good hot and cold because one of their biggest problems last season, this season, goal scoring.
Good.
14 matches, good. 14 goals last season.
Good. And if I have another season, I have a pre-season with these players. Won't I? Me improvement be those areas I first say you're lucky previous year. One Martin Entry, Maswa Bako. You have Ajiman Bedua. He was your best centre back.
Yeah, last season
he played, and he was the only player a partner with all the Kotoko centre backs in the team.
No, every time he wasn't playing last season, it was Ajiman Bedu.
Ghana was injured.
And Habib.
He played
and that was the latter part of the year.
Yeah. It was between him, Habib, and Wahab. Yeah.
And then Ampim Da Costa.
Because he was the ball playing defender.
Look,
so he was a constant factor.
And Augustine Okra. Onusu woman, you say bia we yempe no. Onusu atono. It's creativity pa in the Kotoko setup dey be free. And then esiame na that any creativity na.
There be.
So why sent away 15 players? Why? Say be opim so ka say mo players no. And I'm top player no. I'm maintaining the all honor na no share the U side no. Not with him the upper chiro. But Kotoko ended up buying 10 players. Adding Kwame Poku and Sako dia Omambo match previous we no. They come in 12.
There be almost signing 7. And Omode Kwame Poku and Osman come by 9. Wo.
Mimbo di no sign. Fabio Gama. 1. Apel. The center
back 2. Abelura 3. Okay. What a Bobo Yenko. Bobo Yenko.
Fabio Gama
1.
Yanko Apel
2.
Ivan Sadumako
3.
Razak Abalura
4.
Mubarak
5.
You see 5.
Latif
6.
Kayeke
7.
Patrick Asma
8.
Do 7 na boy no kwet.
And Yanko.
Intervene to aso.
Yanko.
Because I'm to aso besi.
Muniru 8.
Oh, me say me to aso.
Yanko.
Muniru come 9.
9.
Me say me to aso.
Why be you?
Me kan no so what is
Asa.
And sign.
Why be you?
Me nko ho.
Why be you?
Me nko ho. Me say me nko ho. 10. Inti me dis ankola me no ka ho a. Me say me 12. You allow 15 to go. 15 no consistency say. Me say sa squad na Kotoko. Any league no. If Kotoko have maintained that team, Kotoko could have still fight and play and read the Ghana Premier League with those team, those players. So if you are adding 1 or 2, nobody any problem because you say Africa. But I can assure, but Pakacho say team never honor. Brinya, look, it do baby. Sometimes no, ubusa on questions. Ubusa on questions. Baby. Ye hu se Kotoko Kofodia. Preseason mu aye so mo ko bo Kotoko bo fene match otwen be ko adoa so adoa be ko hwan.
Otwen ko adoa.
A football team.
Second division.
Me na me ni mi busa.
A football team.
A team are all prepare ko bo Champions League.
Third division.
Videos about bunting aerobics. And these are some of the things that the supporters were happy about it. And then when you come to play and you play like this, what do you expect the supporters to think? Say you cook food then you go here. Manso Bako was in Kofodia with the team. Discussion and now would demand it. Because the contract need be your man 2,000 a month. And previous you signed 2 years, 25,000 a year. And the amount 3,000 without signing on fee. And not say no one to equal 4,000 or something for Kakranka. Fabio Gama on the same. Even see a difference at the moment on the same. Latif and Nebila on the same. And Maka say a play a beer or Bob ball with the team with Maradona. Our Bahas and Kotoko will beat my excel. You ask yourself, say, the kind of supporter we now side team, is he going to get the same support on the field of play? Which kind of players is he surrounded with? The quality of players around him. How long have they played together? Man, about that level. Until player bia, me call them because scout player co team bima. Me share a player no be bo. I don't lobby the player to go and play the team. I won't do it. Let me examples be play. And a player be hold so team ni beti menya abotrama because there is a replacement. Performance ni enkwa. Obi wo ho be bo until within a year no. Say Dubansi was a typical example. From the Busan Dwarfs. The first season was very horrible. Very, very horrible. But in the second season, and I did Dramani, say Kotoko Bomatna say Dubansi Nima. There are a couple of players on Mako Kotoko with instant hit. Pa! Nato. Justice Blake just went to Kotoko on loan. Yeah, sure. And as if so, I bought Kotoko for how many. But that doesn't mean because Blake wanted to play. Nobody lobbied him. He wanted to play. I was in UK when George Amakun called me and said, Eben, you're holding me for that. I have to call Moses. I told Moses, I said, Eben, I don't go with him. I said, there's no football. And I said, there's no football. Give the boy on loan and take money. So I can't come to ABB. That was why he released that his play. And the boy also wanted to go. So you could see in the boy say, I want to play. And your player I lobbied and said, Brad never bought Kotoko. He will not play. Patrick Razak wanted to play House of Folk. Oba China clubs in Neji. He wanted to play House of Folk. That is what you see in that ball. Hans Kofi wanted to play Ice Gold because you go kill with the team. Teams are with Neji. So you see what go no set House of Folk. Player be a conquer because the team bopo nepra by on the shoulder no bopo no. These are players you want to see in the teams are Omubo Africa. Commitment level. Where is it from the Kotoko players? Omuko de former president Amo Muska. And I'm told the money was presented to the players before even they played yesterday's game. It's not about the money. You see the energy level of the ball no. Where was it? Everything was zero. So that Alan Khan, you know, they should start thinking about the confederation. A football here. A football. Kotoko qualify a big miracle to me. El Sudan. But a football. China Coach Prince Kai, you know, they are out. But at the end of the day, they are playing Ghana football. They are about Ghana League. If this is the kind of game,
I'm question now. Coach Ben at local office bet me a hand team and say, "I'm for foreign coaching."
That question we mean here no because we need Juma move here.
Don't be so. Oh, I mean, coach.
I say I can ya obetu ameka. Consultation no edi o. So you we make me no come over, but I don't say this on air.
Before I say local.
Me say foreign say local. You need a quality. Okay? I mean come be job. Coach no worker. So no onania.
Yeah.
People thought say no nye Juma my student and then no problem. Brekum Chelsea. People thought it was Hans van der Ploem. During Chairman's time. He partially went through Mediama and one of his should go free. When he was going to Accra Great Olympics, he spoke with me. We talked. As soon as I catch him and say, Coach, Ghana, who your coach now coach team Bima, my young handwriting. So remember 1 CD, 2 CD. Don't look at it. Go and let them see your handwriting on the team. And when they see your handwriting on the team, they themselves will come with something that maybe is umbuza. Today, Anawaka is a proud man, not because of say Olympics, a boy and then I say team we know on top of whatever. But you could see say for the past 10 to 50 years, Olympics for and nana and katomani da. Today you watch Olympics and you enjoy football. Glasgow is the only experienced player in their team. But the coach say, "Oh, you're my assistant coach on the field of play." And look around, motivation. Everybody said, "Coach respects me. I'm a player, no more, and they look up to me." Oh, them bad channel. It's Charlie. Costa Papic Bar House of Folk. Abdul Nuruddin, U23, he was part of the team. Over people House of Folk. I mean, sometimes we go now. Also, just say, "I don't know if it's a job or Juma, but I don't want to go there." Now I have malaria. A friend I say, "Coach, you new coach, you say coach training." I'm say, no, really. So only ball. Now coach training and now you're good at the coach will pick you. Onimobia. That was why his first game one bench or stance mono. Boy, any coach training for 2 days. I said, Papi, say, "Well, coach, say, coach, hey, where were you? You not coming to training." I say, "I was sick with malaria." No, so you will play. You will play. I said, "Someone bring the catcher and I say, you probably catcher and say you will play." Is anybody talking about Imanoneti?
Debbie.
Is anybody talking about Futu? And look at the rule of the man Lawani Mamani in the team. You see, sometimes no, you see the player as a player, you add up. What Kotoko did yesterday in the and you bring your baby anchor. Because you didn't say much here.
Coach, but I say, I feel me now, no you are oh, she be near phone, so no aba, no be doing come now call.
Oh, Jaga cry now from. Oh, Jaga can't Jaga do. We teach now.
Oh, fool,
you say, Nippon America, no poison.
Oh, Java. But if I say it will be, I appreciate you, Kakra. You didn't find Quabru, said, "I want for the Quabru to go no." But Kakra,
because you miss all the average, you are called better 7 times acquire cause. It will join a Muslim Sebi. We will call because we blood. Last year we call Fellowship Club twice. Now the whole of Gola work on average 7 times acquire.
They know they busy mountain.
Yenda Jamiasi.
Ebe jaw kwa
Because Brenya comedy you go for omuni ho.
Yeah.
So what you say?
Yeah, sure.
Nipa bebre ya you know try din ko mo wo kra o friend kra o nya no.
Yeah.
But Nyame ya dom through this hardship ni nya na yeti ase.
You have a lot to talk.
But you Nyame pa say o man ya koma pa na afia ba be remu no. You should be able to do more
than the
Premier League.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, Maka say, "Uko techima ya, ubo make shots diyan, ubi any no, but the team no, the ball player me no dinch no se siya uni momo." So ti ase, na no do sa for me amini pa no pe kwa na me ne WhatsApp. Brekum, be Ghana be bia boni diyan, but there's one player in Brekum Chelsea, August Henry uni no.
Yeah.
Uni no. You don't know him. Nipa don't know what you no. But these are the players we need to promote. John Mose of 11 wonders. He's one of the finest goalkeepers in the league.
I'm for a year by taking notice. This year, we've taken a policy. Say, I know the best club chairman. No, I be to be.
I can be
either a coach.
I can be a man
or a player. After the match, the interview say,
I can be a better. Oh, you have a shot to come. Now that's just a certain Omar Manaf in House of Foka. These are players we need to promote. Look at Ibrahim Moro in Kotoko. And I'm happy for Sika Kono say because Sika kwa brochure consider players. Or kwa consider no pictures to Facebook. It's good. But so fair Muhammad or Blaster, Kojang Wako or Blaster. Now uni bebre Richard Atati Akra, uni bebre me, I do not agree with you.
Problem, yeah.
Visit them, and because of that, Okwa gets the Olympics training. Okosho training. We only coach the players.
And that's not supposed to do.
Very good. No, I mean, it's very good. And Ebeboa, it is a senior coach of the Blasters recommend a player to the U20 team, the U23, or the Starlets area. It's a plus. It's I don't know 2021 winner. Juma.
Efrabra.
Juma.
That archives assistant also Adjuna Omaya. All right. Jonathan Akrong, you know, and your take on this game.
Bambo, Minya, Madame, for me, Bibia, Eben, Aka, the technical issues are a Kotoko now. But there may say, focus a number say, affinity. From day one, who share Kotoko new administration, or mobile CEO, Nyama Oka, Yebeko Africa, is a plus to us. Bibia, I could be here, Yebe, I'm a coach, no, na Yako. Player do be out here, you better Tomano. Were you asking yourself what you already had before saying Koto? And what were you going to buy on the local scene? Because what you had was leading the local scene already, going into Africa. And today, Koto, Coach Kai say 1, 2, or 3 additions be. Then the aggrieved ones or more contract, who are normal consistency, Juma. Then you just sit with them. I take for example, you sit with them and then make sure say, over renew contract or money ajikakra, and then from there no, you move on. Lo and behold, and who near Elkoso. At a point in time, CEO Yabati didn't come Ghana pa. There or no management team member our the team no more. That is Moses entry, beautiful year. Na bibi out here no na dembi or the dry assume at a point in time was even vying for the seat of the hottest seat or the highest seat of the land when it comes to our football. And Mr. who say is that the same a year or they are called Kotoko, and they say or say and they say and jetting to Kotoko and signing 10 players, replacing them with 14, which about 7, 8 of them are almost consistently with the club. And maybe we say, and technically, yesterday, Kotoko were very, very, very poor. When you play with a team that say they don't have the ball, 10 or 9 of them come behind the ball, packing the bus and playing defensively. All you do is just improvise and play behind the wall. That's what we call technically, you play behind the wall. Behind the wall means that you open up and you play behind them, and then strikers have to run. But definitely striker be all, but we are joining. So in your up line, the first line of attack, definitely you have business. who Emmanuel James who Opoku no so Opoku the just also a speedster. So you give them that at least these two more that responsibility, no. That is all. So Papa, there is a responsibility of Wahab and Co to just set the ball behind the wall, then they go and no happen. They couldn't do it for over 15 minutes. And
try as an intermittent. You don't switch.
You keep doing it and you keep running with them. That is Ombebre. They are not robots. Even robot at a point in time, no, the machine who do, I mean, gets hot, so you relax it for it to cool down. And Kotoko don't do that because of what? And check football. Now say football, no, from when AC Milan dominated, there was Tassotti, Paolo Maldini. I want to define the lateral roles are, and then which teams, you know, 1 year. Look at Cavallal, Marcelo. They gave Real Madrid 3 consecutive Champions League trophy. And when you look at the contribution for Real Madrid, the Liverpool team, Robertson, and their recovery rate is excellent and super. They don't just go 3 times and then they are tired like Christopher Nete and the rest. And when you don't have the men to do that job, no, you don't even attempt it at all. Don't even try it. And when you want to play, more side, you were inside it strategically because your center backs were okay, you have them. Did you really go into the market to get laterals who give you that cutting edge? The Marcelo type, the Robertson type, the Trent Alexander, the Trippier type, the Sergio Rios type, the Wan-Bissaka. Do you have them? You never went for them. And when you get them, BC Basa, Kotoko, Brandini, Semhu. And at the end, I just play body, a safe is so tall. After the who board, I who say, Sika4 board, about 10 of them, no, your bomb there. I mean, your body there, the title, any position, now when we are sick, any. And Otuvo said that she said, Otuvo cannot do everything. The money is.
Are you also not being too judgmental in term? Because football, as it is, one game, one player can change the course of the game.
Of course.
In terms of present, are safe in the and then even in the league, where are they? And even the Hilal game, they are not even out technically.
Okay.
So are you not rushing pass judgment?
But Kotoko against the Olympics, we saw excerpts of the Kotoko games against Bekum Chelsea, and the next day, you full match in Australia. Until we name Kotoko.
But this is just the beginning of the season. This is the beginning of the season.
But before the truncation of the league, and the new set is now, we want to see the consistency Kotoko had already, the play, at least. But I just say, I drink above for about 20-30% before the truncation of the league. And then they are here who know Kotoko above from about minimum.
But if you also will be 20, very opener, even last year they were struggling.
They were struggling, but it was far better than
what you're seeing. But you see, and as a coach, is the span of the team not there? Core of the team played last year. So what's the problem?
That's what I'm saying. When I'm saying psychologically, the team is not sound.
Okay.
When an experienced communicator like this, you're unveiling with pomp and pageantry, and you see the management team. Now before, I mean that gentleman, you've worked with him. He has been your what done for party. No, somebody there or to me they easily or to me I forgo for him. At this crucial stage, Panetta said, Niama, she said, Niama, gradually, it has affected the fiber, the main year of the team. So psychologically, you could have the spine, but the team will not be there. The spine of the team is there, but a team will level say 2-3 players are aggrieved, are not happy. It can affect the whole game. But when they are not giving up their best, definitely you will have a better team. Because when one player is not playing, it shows clearly, say, you don't longer have a team, but what T-E-A. M no for you go back for you. We were Fiorentina against Juve. Juve and running home. One was calling a 3-0. And then Barcelona be and then Real Madrid be by Fiorentina. And then Milan be able to say, hello, Inter Napoli form be. No one nil. One player Konado got out from a straight red card, and I didn't drink here. Konado may not be your best player, but because the player about Fimu and the coach couldn't do a proper improvisation, affected the span of the team. A team to me now 3 goals. So that's what is happening to Kotoko. And I think the second of Konedu is not the problem. It's not the solution to the problem. Bia, go into, I mean, they took taking a retrospective a year into the whole fiber of the team. Talk to Konedu, call the technical team. We are in Africa. Yeah, say, look at the investment, maybe a BB, because of Munye. But I think it was too early. And Smith is not prepared to take over as the head coach.
Yeah, sure.
You could see clearly, Dreams match, happy. Every teamer, head coach, the interim, that's the result you get. I mean, players are Omunye Bimbo, who lift their training, because coach, most players who doesn't get first team play, or more than for the assistant coaches.
Yeah. So, most players
are so, momentarily, senior coach, Yari, Anna, Yayi, the training level exercise, and those in the first team also. Now they start to rise up. So definitely it affects your next 1-2 games positively. Unless Eben Kabibi, that's a Kotoko steady Elila, and it was clear. They haven't monitored. Elila monitored the black. They checked how many blacks are playing there. They have only Christopher, he played 1 game. Finally, it was against our team. We have 8 national team players. 5 of them started against the 3 started in Ghana. 5 started in Omdurman. Okay, yeah, sure. Player for player. They look at all those things, scouted the Kotoko team well, look at where they will plug the holes and then do it. And that's what they did. I said, Kotoko 2 or 3, and then we see a history. So, MIM will say, and that team we against Kotoko on any day the last 4 or 5 years, they would have beaten Kotoko. Kotoko have not been vintage in Africa the last couple of years. But with the senior, this particular management, and reconstruction of the everything from board to management, I think they should have started the playing body. When they were buying the players, I said, no, this is bad. At least 2-3 strategic signings. I think say Kotoko we've seen BYC Mohamed Bukotoko go for Bebre.